Going live. Let's see if I'm live. What's up, YouTube? This is Heartless, and I am back with another video. And I know this is like out of the blue and out of the ordinary live stream, but I decided to make a video and get it out the way for you guys, so you guys could listen. As far as my input, me and the other guys, we actually had a E3 cover. We actually had an E3 coverage video, and we also had it was actually 2 hours long, and we actually had it um talking. It was running for a nice good little minute, and unfortunately the video had got taken down because of the copyrights for whatever the case may be. Now, don't get me wrong, we did show the entire press conference and everything and whatnot, but for whatever the case is, they decided to cut it off, and I don't know. It was copyright, I guess. It wasn't just my video. They shut down a lot of videos and everything like that. But I did live stream it on my channel, so if you did manage to catch it and hear our discussion and stuff like that, that's what's up. We do have a show tonight. I wanted to let you guys know we do have a show tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. It's called Podcast Unlimited. It will be me, Cut, my boy Aiden, and we gonna get real in depth as far as what's going on with E3 and both our our intakes on E3, not just E3 Microsoft, but with Sony as well. Now, don't get me wrong. I know this is like I said, I know this is like out of the blue and everything like that, but I wanted to do a live stream because I didn't really have much time to make a video and then do the editing and stuff like that. So that's why I decided to go live with you guys, so that way I can get the news out and my input real quick. Now, for the two guys that's watching, I highly appreciate it, and thanks for checking me out. Now, let me get into the topic. I know y'all see the title, and I put Microsoft E3 2017 was trash. That's how I feel. Now, the reason why I feel this way, because 90% of the damn showcase was indies. Why did they keep showing all these indies? I was greasing my hands, man. I was ready for AAA exclusives. I was ready for AAA titles. I was hoping to God that they was going to bring a Sunset Overdrive 2 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like something to make me want to cop the Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? One of the good things that they did, see, Microsoft, in my opinion, Microsoft fucked up three ways with that E3. Excuse my language, excuse my French, but Microsoft really did fuck up on three different ways. Reason number one on how they messed up was they showed nothing but indies. Not everybody's an indie fan, and indies they overdid it with indies. Like as you can see, it took up most of the damn showcase. It was like indie after indie after indie after indie. Like, oh my freaking goodness! Like, you got to be kidding me. But like at the end of the day. Like, you got like this is not what the gamers want. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not what everybody is looking forward to. Like, everybody don't play indies. You know what I'm saying? You like, Phil, what are you doing over there, right? Right. So that's reason number one. That's where they fucked up with the indies, right? Reason number two is how they messed up was because they showed off the Scorpio, but they waited too late to actually tell everybody the price. Shout outs to BC Rivers, man. What's up, man? And shout out to Whitney. That's my girl. I love you. If you're listening to me. But anyway, let me go back to the topic. Now, another reason why they messed up is because they pushed back and waited for the they pushed back the price, right? The price. Now, the reason why they actually had a step forward, because everybody was actually pumped up and everybody was hyped for this press conference. Me, I was disappointed as hell. Now, as far as the games that they did showcase, I'm highly interested in was Forza Motorsport 7. That shit looked beautiful in 4K and HDR. Like, I can't wait to get my fingers on that game. Like, that shit looks so real. Like, I have to get that day one ASAP. Another game that I've highly anticipate, like I highly want, is Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed looked amazing. Like, but at the end of the day, that's not an exclusive. It's a multi-plat, right? Right. But that game looks amazing on the Scorpio. I cannot lie. Like, that game looks flawless, and I hope it runs flawless. Well, 9 times out of 10 it will, because hopefully the devs is putting in that work and working with that dev kit and making sure that game will not be choppy. And it's been confirmed that the game will be at 4K locked 30 frames per second, and it will be out October 27th. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it will be out October 27th, and I'm definitely looking forward to that game. It takes place in Egypt, and everything looks amazing. Got birds flying and everything. It's dope as shit. And another game I'm definitely interested in is that they showed. I have to pull up the article because I'm going off the top of my head right now. Sea of Thieves was trash. I don't care about that game. That game don't look good at all. It looks like dog shit. The graphics look like something that could be ran on my PlayStation 2. If I wanted to play something that looks like that could be able to be played on my PlayStation 2, I would whip this motherfucker out, wipe the dust off it, and play my PS2. Like, why would I want to play a game graphically that looks like that? Now, back to the topic. Another game that I am highly anticipated for and I want to get on the Xbox is this Metro Exodus. Metro looked amazing. Oh my goodness. Like the whole everything about it. Like, as soon as I heard the music in the background, like, as soon as they showed it off and I heard that music, I was like, oh yeah, that's Metro. That is definitely Metro. And those of you who's watching us live, you already know what time it is. I was already acting a fool when Metro came on, especially when he had that little lighter. He was burning up that spider web and everything like that. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely get it. And how I knew, I had a feeling they was going to release another Metro game because last year they released a final book. It was a final chapter. It was an all red book with like the Metro logo, and it was a deal. If you purchase this book, you get the other two discounted. But anyway, it was all over Facebook and everything. For the whole 2016, it was all over Facebook, that new Metroid book, and it was only a matter of time that we was going to see another game that they was going to implement. But I was definitely looking forward to it. But and I completely forgot. My bad, people. State of Decay 2, that shit looks amazing too. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I wasn't even that caught me off guard. State of Decay 2 looked amazing, and that's another game that I definitely might might check out. But everything else, it just did not interest me at all. Microsoft, what the hell y'all got going on? Phil, what are you doing? You had everybody all amped up on Twitter and everything like that, and you got nothing to show. And I hate, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'm an Xbox guy. Like, all jokes aside, I'm not no fanboy. Don't call me none of that. Because at the end of the day, I'm a gamer. I'm a top-notch gamer. But I really feel like Phil really got me scratching my head, and he kind of let me down because I'm like, yo, dude, like, what you got going on? You got all these damn indies, and you got this big-ass powerful console. None of the games that you got running on that you showcasing to us is going to utilize that. You know what I'm saying? Shadow of War, that's another game I completely forgot. Okay, well, let me edit my list. And now that's 4 games. Now that's 5 games, sorry. Instead of 3, that my list is shot at 5 now. Now, you got Forza running at 4K locked 60 frames per second, obviously, because that's a racing simulation. Shadow of War and Assassin's Creed and all this other stuff is going to be locked 30. I guess that answers my question as to, as my curiosity to see how these graphic demanding AAA titles is going to handle on the Scorpio, because obviously they just going to be locked at 30 frames per second. I was honestly hoping that was going to be, wishful thinking. I was actually hoping for locked 60 frames per second, but maybe I'm doing too much. Don't get me wrong. I probably am, but that price, that's another thing. A price could be a big problem for a lot of people. It's not a problem for me. Hell, I dropped 6, 7, 8 on a cell phone every 2 or 3 years. Well, it is what it is. Like the Galaxy, when the Galaxy Note 8 comes out, which is going to drop out in September, I'm pretty sure a lot of people was going to jump ship and, leave Apple or leave whatever phone they got to jump to get that Galaxy Note. So if you got the bread to get the money for the Galaxy Note, why not have the bread for November 7th when the Xbox One X drop? You know what I'm saying? Which is $500, and it comes with a Blu-ray drive, 4K, excuse me, 4K Blu-ray drive. You know what I'm saying? And it comes with all of these incredible features. And another thing that I'm glad that it doesn't come with is with a Kinect, because I don't want no damn Kinect. And I'm glad they didn't implement no VR, because people are not looking for VR. Which brings me to the next topic about PlayStation. PlayStation, their E3, don't get me wrong, their E3 as a whole wasn't all that. But the E3, as far as game-wise, was amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. I like Sony as far as what the game lineup that they showed was amazing. Like each and every game that they had was bomb, except for like I would say like one or two out of all the games that they showed. Especially that zombie one at the end where dude was on a motorcycle and then chasing his friend, and then all them damn zombies and shit. Like that shit was amazing. That's another game I gotta get. That's on my to-buy list. But back to the original topic, Microsoft. I hope you guys do better. I hope you guys step the fuck all the way up, because right now it's not looking good for y'all, for the games. And another thing I wanted to address with Microsoft, another issue I had with these guys is a lot of the stuff that they advertise out of Assassin's Creed comes out in 2018. 2018. So in the meantime, what the hell we supposed to be doing on the system that we got playing backwards compatible games? Like, what the fuck, man? Microsoft, y'all need to get it together. Please do, man, because as far in the gaming world, it's not looking too good for you guys, man. Reaper, what's going on, Reaper? I'm gonna shoot you an invite. I'm gonna get my boy Reaper in here, and we're gonna lit this motherfucker up on fire. So yeah, that's my biggest beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. It's shit is crazy, man. That was my biggest beef with the whole entire E3 and everything like that. And I see it's not just me that feel this way. I was on Twitter while watching E3, Microsoft press conference and stuff like that, and people was going ham. If any of you who follow Red Dragon, he's a real big gaming YouTuber, he was going nuts on Twitter, yo. And I completely agree with everything he said, man, because it was ridiculous. Except for the only thing I disagree with him was with the price point. Like I said, the price could be a huge problem for a lot of people. But for me in particular, it's not an issue. Now take note, whoever games, put it like that, whoever who takes a video game hobby real seriously, everyone knows that this is a very, very demanding habit. It's like what can I say? What's the word I'm looking for? It's a very expensive hobby. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody could be able to afford it. You know, not everybody could be able to afford it. But if you can afford it, I say go for the best. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a 4K TV, I would not recommend getting an Xbox One X. I would not recommend it. Now, if you do have a 4K TV and you want to take advantage of it, then you know what I'm saying, go for it, because I'm for one, I am going to take advantage of it. I don't have not only one 4K TV, but I have two. I don't have a 4K TV in my guest room because I want the motherfuckers to get out the house when it's time to go.
Oh, God.
You know?
Please stop talking. Please stop talking, Heartless. You're killing yourself.
Team Reaper, what's up, man?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong.
I'm wrong.
Everybody who's watching this, don't listen to this guy. He has no idea what he's talking about.
What?
Okay, I say Microsoft won.
You think they won?
And I'll tell you why.
Okay. Tell me.
I'll tell you why. They got the Xbox X, but this is and there's criticism, and I just did a video on this last night. There's criticism in this because the Xbox X got revealed. It looks awesome. I can't wait. $499 price point. Like you said, if you can't afford it, please just go get a job. You know, this hobby is expensive. But it's not FCC fucking approved yet. So you can't even actually pre-order the damn thing. So crazy. Way to go, Phil Spencer. You're awesome at that. That's awesome. And then this is the funny part. He said on Twitter, we were all following Phil Spencer's Twitter like months before this E3 even happened. And he said, don't worry, at E3 we're going to show more games. However, he tricked us because he cheated. He basically said, I will show you more games. He didn't specify what
kind. Yeah,
he didn't specify. He didn't specify what games those were. They were all freaking indies. But this is how he wins. Because they showed the console X, and they have at least 2 exclusives coming out in the fall. And Sony only has one, which is the DLC Uncharted that we already knew about. And all of their titles, be better quality, they all come out in 2018. And that is how Sony loses. Because they have all these games that look beautiful, but they all come out in 2018. Bullshit.
All right. They all come out in 2018, but so did Microsoft. And Microsoft.
No, Crackdown 3 comes out this year, and so does Forza. That's two.
Allegedly, because they said that last E3 that was dropping. But you
can pre-order it right now. It says it. It says it right now. It says it. You can pre-order Crackdown 3. I don't know about Forza 7, but you can definitely pre-order Crackdown 3. You just can't pre-order the damn console yet. It comes out the same day as the console, but the console isn't FCC approved yet, and that according to my contact at GameStop, that could take months or it could take weeks to do so. So they basically they showed off a product that wasn't approved yet. And, last year we didn't have this problem when the S was revealed because it was already FCC approved. Right. My biggest gripe, though, is that Phil kind of cheated. He didn't lie. It's the same thing with Sean. Sean didn't lie. He showed us all the games, but the games don't come out this year. So he cheated. He's like, yo, I'm going to show you an awesome library. Newsflash, they all come out in 2018. No, I want something for my enjoyment this year. And then, I was listening to what you were saying, what am I supposed to do in the meantime? Well, I do agree with most of what people are saying, that there is like at least 10 multiplats that are supposed to come out in 2017. So that's like what you can do in the meantime. So you got games like Destiny, you got games like Need for Speed Payback, you got games like Shadow of War, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Battlefront, and then you got the exclusives like Crackdown 3 in November, and Forza Motorsport 7 I think is in September. That's normally when it comes out. But like, it's kind of funny because everybody is like saying, Sony won. So I'm like, how? You're not giving us anything for this year. That doesn't make any sense. Like you did show better quality, though. I give them credit for that. They did show better quality games. That is true. But they don't come out this year, so it doesn't really count. It all comes out next year. The win is for next year in 2018. But then, like you said, most of what Microsoft promised us, they did deliver. So they did show us State of Decay 2. They did show us Sea of Thieves. They did show us Crackdown. The only thing which I was watching the Xbox Live and like the fans on the screen were like, yo, the price is bullshit. The price is bullshit. Yo, I really wanted to see that Halo 6. And all these comments like that, and I'm like, yo, I agree with you. I do agree, because if Phil Spencer hadn't cheated and actually showed that Halo 6, I mean, some of those games actually looked pretty good, but most of them are actually indies. But I just don't understand how do indies beat Sony? That just doesn't make any sense. That's like flipping the coin. Sony did that and basically beat Microsoft with indies for years, and then Microsoft just takes like a 180 and basically kicks them in the ass up the street. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. But anybody who says like Sony won, but they don't have the product for 2017 is like legitly on crack.
Well, I think they advertised one game that was actually, well, not really a game. It was like a DLC that was for the Uncharted.
Yeah, that comes out in August, but we already knew that was coming out. We already knew that was coming out, though.
It was that, and it was another game that was coming out this year.
It was a VR game.
I think so. I think it was a VR game.
Yeah, but again, VR don't really count, so I'm not actually going to even count VR.
Neither does indies. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah, but that's the ironic part of this whole situation is, how do indies beat you? That doesn't make any sense.
But all right. Well, in my eyes, I don't think nobody won, because the reason why I feel this way, because PlayStation, they showed, like you said, they show amazing games, but none of them come out this year, and Microsoft showed nothing but indies. You know what I'm saying? But they showed Forza, which everybody knows Forza drops every year because that's a yearly game, obviously, and they showed Sea of Thieves, which is not my cup of tea.
It comes out 2018.
It comes out 2018.
State of Decay 2 comes out 2018. Right? Crackdown 3 comes out in 2017. But the only thing they have is Forza and Crackdown. Now, I was having this argument with bots like everywhere on my Facebook group, and they were like all saying, "Oh, you can't just shit on Microsoft because they showed indies." I'm like, "Yeah, I can. Yeah, yes, I can." That is so unfair. Phil is a tricky. He is a tricky bastard.
That son of a bitch knew what he was doing. He got on stage laughing.
He tricked everybody.
He knew what he was doing, man.
He did not lie, though. He did not lie because he technically showed us everything we wanted to see, but he didn't specify on what quality they were all going to be. So technically, I think he cheated, but in reality, he still beat Sony because he still has more releases than Sony. And then you got the Nintendo situation that just like aired this afternoon, and that was like only 24 minutes long. And I'm like, yo, that's almost as worse as Sony. But at least Nintendo has more. At least Nintendo has games in 2017. But it's just like, yo, like what the hell is this? Like I don't really care about Nintendo Switch or anything, but it's just like, yo, you got like the three worst conferences in my opinion were Bethesda, but all Bethesda games do come out in 2017. Sony and Nintendo. Like I think the ones that really like got captivated me was the Ubisoft conference. Mm-hmm. It was the EA conference on Saturday, and it was Microsoft. But Microsoft only won through sheer like by the skin of their teeth. They didn't bring that home, but it's mainly because of that console. It's because they revealed that console that they actually,
I give them the upper hand on that point. And because Sony also, another game that we forgot Sony was released this year was Crash Bandicoot. But anyway,
that's a remake. You also know Shadow of Colossus is also a remake, so it's kind of.
But Crash Bandicoot is fun though. Everybody grew up on that, man. But
but it's a remake. It doesn't necessarily count.
Let's go back to Microsoft. But yeah, like they like I really feel like that console reveal really took over the show. Like it he was like, I really feel like Phil was like, yo, let me show off this new console. But it's
not even FCC approved yet, so you're showing it on an approved product.
Man, that fucking Phil knew what he was doing because when he came back on the stage before he ended it, he came on the stage damn near laughing. Okay, I'm glad you guys came out here to show. Like he knew.
But remember what he said? He said, wait to pre-order until you see the games. He was right to say that because I guarantee you he.
Oh
like,
man!
What the fuck am I looking at?
Oh,
no, Phil, you can't do that to it. That's just not fair. And like seriously, like Donnie Matrick would have like legitimately said something like, "You don't like indies? PlayStation is on the other side of the street."
Yeah, Don Matrick was a savage. He was a savage, man.
Like Phil like legitimately wants to please everybody, but like I think the things that killed Microsoft was that Ori and the Blind Forest second game.
That shit.
And Life is Strange.
That shit almost put me to sleep, man. I swear to God. What was they thinking, man? Like I felt like it was a joke. I felt like I was being punked. You know what I'm saying?
We're introducing Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox. Man. I'm going to show you all these games, except a majority of them are all indies and don't come out this year.
Man, that was crazy, man. It really was. But I'm still looking forward to that Scorpio, aka Xbox, Xbox One X. I really feel like it would have been better off with the Scorpio. I like the Scorpio name better, Xbox Scorpio.
I mean, X was one of the names like thrown around by fans that that it was going to be called, and I see why it's called that. I mean, it fits. But now people are gonna probably get confused with Xbox S and Xbox X.
Right. You
gotta specify.
It's a marketing, like.
But I don't know why. Like I don't know why he would like actually like unveil it, but it's not even approved by the FCC yet. Yeah, and then it went to approve all products, so it's like it's not even an official product. But then again, you're kind of tricking everybody because you're letting everybody use it at E3 and it's on stage being presented.
Right.
And and people who work for Microsoft already have one, so it's like Phil has one, so it's like it technically should be available to pre-order to the public because everybody was like right after Microsoft was done was like, when can I get that X? When can I get that X? And then like all the retailers like GameStop were like, oh, we can't give it to you yet because it's not approved yet. Right. I'm like, they just showed it. It was just on screen, and they gave us the date and the price. So, and that price point, I see a lot of people damage control on that price point.
Oh hell yeah!
Like that price point, everybody was like predicting that $399 thing, and I'm like, yo, just because it's $100 more expensive doesn't mean it's going to fail. But like then you have the casuals basically saying, oh, like who's gonna buy this? I don't really care about 4K 4K resolution. I don't have a 4K TV and all that. And it does actually up the sampling on the 1080s. It said it on the screen, so it does help out the 1080 crowd. But really, what this console is for is the hardcore gamer. This is for the one that wants the best resolution, the best premium experience out of Xbox. It's not for anything else. So I think they're gonna have a very small margin of people who buy it, but I think people are actually still gonna buy it, considering how many people are actually pissed off that they can't even pre-order it yet.
Yeah. Damn, you got me choking over here. But yeah, like that shit is crazy, man. They need to hurry up and get that taken care of so people can get their pre-order in, because they already know how crazy it's going to be in November. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
That's if it meets the deadline. You know?
But I think what really saved that show, what saved Microsoft's show was like the Shadow of War, the Assassin's Creed Origins, and that Metro and Anthem game.
Yeah, that Metro.
That Metro and Anthem game but that Anthem game, I swear to God, looks like a ripoff of Iron Man. I swear.
No lie, man. That I forgot about that game. That game looks amazing, man. Yeah, it does look like Iron Man / Power Rangers / what is it? What else? What other?
Metroid Prime.
Yeah, Metroid Prime Hunters. Like fucking. Oh damn! It just looked like a ripoff of Transformers. It's just too much going on. But I like it though. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. I like it. I'll definitely get it. I mean, it's still 2018 title.
Right. It reminds me of a bunch of floating war machines. You know what I mean? But I see myself buying it though. I ain't even gonna lie. I see myself getting it.
I got this comment in my comment section last night after I did it. He's like, "Yo, Xbot, how does it feel to take that L to Spider-Man?" I'm like, "You do realize Spider-Man comes out in 2018, right? Like, you do realize you lost."
Right. That Spider-Man looked good though, man. It reminded me of the Spider-Man that came on PS2. You remember that one?
Yeah, it looks dope. It looks really dope, and I don't necessarily think it needs a 2018 release. I think it could release this year, but they really want that win for 2018, especially if they choose to release another Halo in 2018. Then you're gonna have a really big debate over who wins 2018. Is it going to be the Spider-Man and God of War, or is it going to be just the solo Halo?
We'll see. 2018. This is the lineup for 2018. Though you got to take an effect. You got God of War coming out 2018. You got Red Dead Redemption. I don't know who platform that's going to be on.
That's on multiplayer.
That's multiplayer. Okay. Well, as far as exclusive wise, you got
Last of Us. You got State of Decay 2.
You got Last of Us 2. That's possibly drop 2018. Hopefully it will.
Well, we actually didn't see that. We didn't actually see that, and and IGN basically said that's because it's was really into early development when we saw it in December. So it's it's not even done yet. But we might see Detroit might drop. That might be an actual thing. That looks interesting.
That looks good too.
I really like that God of War. That actually looks finished. I'm surprised they're not actually I'm surprised they're not dropping it this year, but I'm kind of curious if they want to go up against the Xbox X, or they just want to wait until a more free roam district of season. So it's they want to drop it in the spring, so nothing really is competing with it in the actual spring. But that's not necessarily not true, because you got Sea of Thieves in the spring. And you got State of Decay 2 in the spring. So
what was the name of that game with the zombies at the end of the PlayStation? I want that game.
Oh, Days Gone.
Days Gone. Okay,
that looks pretty good. I think that's more of a screwed up version of Dead Rising, but that's just what I think. That's what I would classify it as.
No, man, no, not at all. I don't see it that way. I got Dead Rising, and it's a whole different feel as to what I've seen. That reminds me of a Last of Us, but just with one character.
Yeah, they got that good actor, Sam Winter, I think is what his name is. They got him to play that part, which was actually pretty dope. But we didn't see Last of Us 2. We didn't see Death Stranding. Which is unfortunate. But there's always Gamescom, and and we didn't see that PS5. We did not see that PS5.
We did not see that. About it. We didn't hear anything about it either.
We did not hear it. We did not see that. So all those ponies were wrong.
But you called it though. You knew that they was going to do a VR. You called it. I must give that to you.
Yeah.
You called
it. So Microsoft shows indies, but PlayStation shows VR. That's kind of niche in thing. And they were legitimately on the VR screen for at least 5 games. 5 games or more. But it was funny. So it's we're gonna combat Microsoft's indie with VR, the game system that legitimately can actually hurt you. No, and I'm actually not a big fan of VR, but it's just kind of funny because that the answer to the indie problem was show VR, it's virtual, it's virtual reality. So it's like that those games actually didn't look that bad, but it was kind of like Sony's got to have an answer to like the indie problem at Microsoft, and it was the VR answer. But
I
again, only one of those games actually come out this year, which is kind of funny for the VR. So it's like, I mean, that's another massive drop. But it's just like, I think overall, I think Microsoft won that by the skin of their teeth. And but it's only because Sony couldn't actually afford to drop any of their new titles this year. That's just not
see.
fair.
I feel like if Sony would have like the perfect counter move that they could have did
If they
was,
would have dropped Spider-Man and God of War this year, they would have won automatically.
oh hell yeah, hands down. And my thing is, if they would have did what Samsung is doing, is include the damn VR with the damn console, then that could have made a big jump too. I mean,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, I wouldn't buy it separately, but if the shit came with for free, if I bought the damn PS4 Pro, then why not? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Then I'll play it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that would
saying?
actually be a way to move VR systems is to bundle it with the PS4. I mean, the price would probably be a pretty hefty price, but it would be you'd get the VR and the console itself together. Maybe that's going to be one of their like holiday bundles. That would make sense, like
Yeah.
the PlayStation VR with PlayStation Pro. But in all, like everybody, like I personally think Microsoft won that by the skin of their teeth. But and then the funniest criticism that I give Microsoft is Phil Spencer did not lie. He cheated, but he did not lie.
I can't fuck with Phil after this, man. I can't.
he,
I can't,
he
man.
did not lie though. Like he did promise all those games on screen. He did show it, but he didn't say what quality they were. And then you got Sony, who has the better quality of content, but they don't come out this year, so it doesn't even count.
Man, it's the same formula every year, man. Every E3, they do the same thing. They show these games that's nowhere near finished. But this year, these games look finished. But like I'm talking about previously, they've been showing games that nowhere near finished. Smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? Like games that's not completed and they don't come out no time soon. Like the first trailer that I actually seen for Deuces X Mankind. They showed that trailer in I think it was 2013, 2014. Look when the game came out, man. The shit wasn't nowhere near finished. You know what I'm saying? The textures wasn't really in there. It was just a CGI trailer because they knew the gameplay wasn't in there. So it's crazy. But did you get a chance to see Nintendo? I didn't get the chance to see
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Oh my. Well, you got the I think you got the Metroid Prime 4, I think is what it is. But they didn't even show any gameplay of it. You got the Mario game from you got Mario Odyssey, which was a big one, and then you had a couple of you had Arms, which comes out in June, I think. And then you have Breath of the Wild DLC. And then you have like some like smaller titles that kind of look like kind of Final Fantasy-ish, but it's Nintendo Switch, so it's like kind of thing. Oh, and they announced like a Skyrim like mod pack, so you can go around like Skyrim on the Switch, looking like Link and holding like the legendary sword.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, but it was only 24 minutes long, so they actually had the shortest conference.
Hey, I gotta check it out though, man. I gotta check it out.
But I'm dying for those Nintendo damage controls. Like, yo, Nintendo 1E3. I'm like, yo, I mean, they did have a couple of release dates for this year, but like one of them was a DLC, one of them is Arms. Like it's like nothing new. And then they showed a Pokemon battle game, which was actually looked pretty interesting. So it looks like a Mortal Kombat but with Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Did they show Super Smash Brothers?
No, they did not.
Oh fuck! Why not?
I didn't even know. I didn't even think they were actually
Yeah,
making one of those.
they working on one in development, so they must really, really, really be in early stages then.
Yeah,
Damn.
I think Mario Odyssey will like that comes out later this year is going to like basically take the Switch by storm.
Mm.
But just Nintendo, make sure you have a lot of units in stock because people actually love that shit and want to basically buy it.
Right.
But no, like I got a whole bunch of criticism for what I said about Phil Spencer, and everybody was naming all these games and on like on the Xbox and stuff. I'm like, yo, bro, that's not even 2017 though. Like, I'm not gonna count it if it doesn't come out this year. So it's like yeah, like I can't believe they actually duplicated Ori and the Blind Forest. Like, I am so freaking pissed. And then I got like a 20 comment section basically telling me, oh, you gotta check out Ori and the Blind Forest. Like, no, hell no. Why would I do that? He's like, that game is beautiful. They did so much artistry and so much, they put so much work into it. And I'm like, I don't care. It's an indie. I honestly don't really care. But that game actually did win an award, so it does deserve that. But like, I just don't like indies. You show me like low quality indie titles. It's like back on the 360 where everybody was playing those arcade titles just to boost their gamer score. Like, it's like that, but it's more evolved. But I think the new version of indies nowadays is those Telltale series where like legit you spend like 4 hours basically making choices and then you get an automatic 1,000 gamer score.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the Telltale, like they didn't actually show a lot of Telltale, which is actually kind of interesting on like none of the conferences actually. So it's like, we don't know what's next for Telltale, but it's like I think they're still working on that Guardians of the Galaxy season, like the actually, and they don't have any new Telltales, which is I would have preferred to see more. I would prefer to see all Telltale compared to indies. That's just what I personally think.
I want to see more. I want to see some more crossplay titles. So like, cause Rocket League is doing that with crossplay.
Yeah. Minecraft is crossplay as well.
Right. I want to see some more titles that's crossplay because I want to whip some ass like on different platforms.
But it's not gonna be Sony crossplay though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, Sony
because Sony doesn't want to approve it.
They don't want to approve it.
They love this console war, and that's like legitimately how they get their money. So if they give into the crossplay, they're basically giving away their biggest advantage to sell things.
The mobile market do crossplay. I was playing people on iPads.
Yeah, like the crossplay spans consoles, PC, and mobile. So It's like it spans all of those. But it was just funny because like now that it's over. It's Tuesday. It's like you legitimately have like on my screen right now. I'm watching Crackdown 3. It's like you have all these like games from Microsoft, but only 2 of them are this year, and the rest were all actual indie titles. And I'm like, yo, how does Sony get their ass kicked by indies? I just don't understand that. That's just so funny because like you had Sony for the longest time preaching indie development. And then Microsoft takes a lift out of their book and just like shows all indies. Like it's like I'll be like tweeting Phil. I'll be like, yo Phil, you got to be more specific when you say you get more games. You got to be more specific. Are you talking AAA? Are you talking indie? Are you talking AA? Like what are you actually talking about? Because what you basically did is you tricked us all thinking we were all going to see all AAA new titles, and in reality, all we saw was just new indie titles.
Phil's a piece of work, man. He's a piece of work.
But I give him credit because he's trickster. He's more trickier than Sean. And Sean from Sony is like legitimately like the ultimate trickster. Like like Phil knew exactly what he was doing going into this E3. But I don't like I think the thing that really saved them was that Xbox X reveal. But it's not FCC approved yet. And then the the Shadow of War and Assassin's Creed Origins, which are both multi-plats. I already know that. But it's just like that saved like the fineness of the show, and then we saw even more of Assassin's Creed Origins on Ubisoft stage, which was even more dope, and that was like so cool. And and then like they have an Assassin's Creed Origins edition for $800, like $800. Like who is gonna pay $800 just for an edition of a game? It does come with a statue, so they kind of this is the edition from past games that was like only $150, so they upped it to $800, and it's not even sold in most stores, so you have to order it online. So like in most shows it goes regular, a deluxe, and gold, and I'm personally gonna get the gold edition, but I don't want to put down my money for pre-orders just yet until the Xbox X is approved because I want to do them all at once. I don't want to keep making trips to GameStop because if I do that, that's just gonna annoy me. And then in the midst of this week, I'm battling massive migraines. So I have migraines like up and down the street, but it's just like so funny because like everybody like this guy on Twitter legit, I swear his name is Loaded, and like he's like legitimately preaching to me about Battlefield KD while we're in the middle of E3, and I'm like, yo, I don't care. Like, I don't care.
Yo, be honest with you, I was watching the Sony press conference and watching the NBA Finals at the same damn time. I had my phone in my left hand and I was flicking the remote, watching, trying to turn the TV and watching the game at the same time.
They did have a good presentation. I liked the bunch of Indian people with the musicals and stuff like that. That was pretty dope. I mean, not as good as the orchestra from last year, but still, it was actually pretty. It was a pretty fine presentation. But then Xbox will basically beat it by showing the Porsche on the stage.
Man, I gotta check out. I'm not going to comment on Nintendo whatsoever because I didn't see the press conference yet. But when I do my show tonight at 8, were you going to be joining us?
I'm on Zair's channel tonight, so I actually have to do that. But I might be going to depending on how long the show takes, I might be going to an E3 party today. If my friend,
nice.
So I might be actually going to an actual party tonight at 9. If depending on how long the show actually takes. But I like if if Zaire actually chooses to cancel it or something like that, I'll definitely join you. Like, yeah. But dealer owes me that speech time, so he owes me that.
Uh-oh.
But it's kind of funny because everybody. But it was kind of funny because I haven't really listened to BGST's like idea of it.
Yeah.
I heard Crap loved it. I don't really know what Zaire's point of view. Colt Eastwood from Beastfire was legitimately going on a monologue and saying how that's the other thing. Microsoft showed 40 games, but only 5 of them were to play.
Hey, we was talking about that in our other podcast, but unfortunately our podcast had got shut down for copyrights, bro. So I had to delete the whole damn thing. It was a 2 hour and 2 hour and 40-minute video that we went ham after the press conference, and we was going ham, and it was just crazy. But
what did you get copyrighted for? Showing the
E3,
showing the E3 on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was showing partial of it. I wasn't even showing the whole part of it, but they still got
you can do that. You just can't show sound.
Got you.
Yeah, you can do that. You just can't show sound. So it was probably the sound that got you. Because yesterday, because I was waiting for Beastfire to give my opinion on this whole thing, but I'm like, yo, after I watched that Sony thing, I was like, yo, I can't wait. I gotta do a quick live stream. So I streamed for 16 minutes, and I legitly covered everything, and I got something 70 something views on it or something like that, and it was actually pretty funny. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I can't wait. I gotta bash Sony for losing to indies because this is so funny. And then the Sony guys how does it feel to be beat up by Spider-Man? I'm like, but Spider-Man don't even come out in 2017, so it doesn't even count. It's God of War, Spider-Man. They're definitely probably gonna take that W in 2018 though, because it looks like most of those prime titles all come out in 2018.
Right.
And including the multiplats and including what Microsoft showed. So it looks like everybody has a good 2018 lineup, but their lineup for 2017 is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Xbox X $499 thing was it was just everybody's gonna damage control that price thing. Oh, it's too expensive. They should have kept it. They should have put it at $399. I mean, keep in mind this comes out a couple weeks before Black Friday, and I'm guessing that by Black Friday that thing's probably going to be at least $300. So it's
I'd say it'll probably be I think they'll knock at least $20 off. Well, it depends. If you trade in, if somebody trades in the Xbox One, then a couple controllers or something like that.
Yeah, but the good thing is everything is forwards and backwards compatible. Oh, and then the other thing that I think saved Microsoft was the OG backwards compatibility that they announced on screen. But I personally think backwards compatibility needs to die. But that's just what I think. I don't think everybody is preaching that backwards compatibility is the best feature on Xbox. But I'm like, I didn't buy this system to basically go backwards. I bought this to go forwards, and I chose it. And it's you're even going backward. You're going backwards 16 years. That's how back you're going with OG Xbox. So it's when the original Halo and the original Fable have already been remastered a couple times, that's kind of stupid to do that. But there are games that haven't been remastered, like Return to Castle Wolfenstein and the Crimson Skies and stuff like that. But most of the prime OG Xbox titles were the Halos and stuff like that. But like, and they're already remastered with MCC, so it's kind of like basically kind of pointless to do that. But that feature comes out later this year, probably in the fall. So I'm guaranteeing everybody that like had an OG Xbox is gonna like jump at the chance to get those games again. But I'm like I don't have like 3 Xbox Ones to go backwards in like generation time. I have it to go forwards. So it's like I legitly only play like AAA titles, and I legitly like mostly only play multiplayer titles. But there are games like Assassin's Creed and Shadow of War that I'm looking forward to just for the story alone. But like for games like Crackdown, like the multiplayer is probably where it's at. The games like Destiny and Call of Duty and Battlefront, the multiplayer is all is where it's at. So it's like in the end, it's we have games this year. It's no denying, but they're mostly all multiplayer and they're all like multiplayer titles. But it's kind of funny they didn't touch on the Destiny 2 60 frames per second thing. I'm kind of curious how that actually is going to pan out, because I'm kind of curious about that. Because it's like it hasn't, like, now that the X is revealed, like I think Bungie should basically speak up and say, is this going to be 60 frames on Xbox X, or is it going to still be like locked at 30 frames, just for like the pros advantage?
True. But I gotta head out and get my system and everything ready for the show tonight. Podcast Unlimited. If you're able to join, just shoot me a message or just let me know. Everybody that's listening, I appreciate y'all listening to the word that I was spitting. I had to get a couple things off my chest. I appreciate it. I've also revamped a couple of things that we've spoken about in our last podcast that ended up getting deleted off YouTube. So we'll also cover up some of those topics as well tonight, and we're gonna get in depth as far as what what Xbox One X is actually worth, as far as specifications and things like that, and to decide is $499 the perfect price point. We're gonna get real in depth in that tonight, and we're also gonna cover some more things about E3. I'm gonna cover Nintendo E3 after I watch it, and just try to get everybody's opinions and views as far as how they felt about the whole entire experience. Reaper, you got anything you want to say, buddy?
Nothing. I'm actually going to be hosting a group chat with some new people tomorrow. Probably around 7-8 p.m. If you want to join us on Discord again, Heartless, you're welcome to, because I would like as many diverse opinions as we go over all of E3 tomorrow. And and then we'll basically rehash what I was actually talking about, but with more people who have maybe different opinions other than me. That maybe Sony won, maybe I heard someone say that's Ubisoft won. I honestly don't think that, but that's just kind of funny. Ubisoft wins E3. Okay, that makes sense. If you want to go by release dates, if anybody actually even won that, it was actually Bethesda. But I actually go by presentation, and then I go by release dates. So it's like presentation and release dates, compared to Sony. I think Microsoft like had that in the bag, especially with the Xbox X, reveal and all that kind of fun stuff. But a lot of people are going to be damage controlling that price, and all I got to say to that is, please just go get a job. I beg you, go get a job. This hobby is expensive, and it's not for the cheap. But if you want to go for the cheap, that's what Game Pass is for.
Yep. There you go. You hit it right on the nose with that one.
That's what Game Pass is for. But it's just kind of funny. But yeah. So that's tomorrow. Hopefully the party tonight is going to be interesting. I'm dying to go to that party. But I'm kind of curious what the Beast Fire crew has to say about the recent events, and that's gonna be tonight. I think 8 p.m. So it's gonna be around the same time.
Yep, same time. Actually, when I'm done with my show, I'm gonna tune in and see what everybody's what everybody's saying over there as well.
But I gotta admit, some of the pony damage control is real. I this one of the ponies that that I don't necessarily like. He basically called that Sony dog shit. He's like the PlayStation E3 dog shit. I'm like, damn. Even a pony's disappointed. And then this one pony is he's so high powered. He's like, yo, Uncharted DLC, Sony won. I'm like, yo, what the hell? We already knew that was actually coming. That doesn't make any sense. It's just so funny. The damage control is real.
Hey,
and it's like it's a hilariously real.
hey, did you see that one big grown ass black guy that kept bowing down on the stage? Like they showed at Sony E3, they just kept showing him bowing down, getting out his chair, bowing down. I'm like, look at this motherfucker, man. Big grown ass man bowing down to another grown man.
Well, I will say everybody in the Sony press conference audience looked bored out of their minds. They looked hilariously bored. They were all on their phones tweeting. They weren't
Man,
even
that
paying
shit.
attention to the presentation, and then they could barely get applause for the stuff that they showed. It was funny.
I
Like
don't
I'm
know,
like
man.
I wish
I
it.
don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. It's just one of those. I expected more from both of them guys. You know what I'm saying? But
I
you
expected
know what
more
I mean?
from Phil. I mean, Phil cheated. That's just not fair.
No.
That's just not fair. He cheated, and that's just you know, that's like that. You can't do that. That's like, you know. But he technically, he technically did not lie. So anybody that said Phil Spencer didn't show games or he did, you know, he didn't show us anything at E3, that's not true. He did. It's just not the quality we wanted from what he was actually promising. So it's like, you know, when he's guys you're gonna get more, you know, more games at E3, and there was 42 of them, and like 22 were exclusive. So it's like, but the funny part is those 42, like, quantity doesn't always equal quality. So it's like you got Microsoft with the quantity, but you got Sony with the quality. So it's kind of funny. So it's like you got Sony winning with the quality race, but you got Microsoft winning with the quantity race. So it's like, you know, Microsoft had more. It's just not, you know, most of them were either, you know, double A's or indies, and like only two of them come out in 2017. So it's like, yeah, that's kind of sad. And I have seen better from Microsoft. So it's like it's not like the best Microsoft thing ever, but it's just like at least he gave us the price, at least he gave us the release date, at least he gave us Crackdown. But you know, in the end, it's not even FCC approved yet, so we can't even actually touch it.
Right. But
But hopefully by the end of by the end of June, it's going to be FCC approved. So I'm hoping by July, but at least by July 1st, I'll be able to pre-order it. I'm hoping it doesn't take that long because like this guy was like it could take as long as to October, and I'm like I don't want to
oh
hold on to
damn.
$400 for October. Come the hell on.
Right, you got bills, you got other stuff to pay for, man. Shit.
Yeah, like
Might spend
no,
that on something else.
like when they announced the Xbox S, last year it was already FCC approved, so you could pre-order it like the very same day. Like it's like now we have to wait for this product that is at E3 and is in some people's homes, but you can't actually touch it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like so not fair. Like, and I think he at least should have gotten it approved before he shown it at E3. He should have been at least ready to go to like ready for those sales because you know those pre-orders are half the battle.
True. True. But we shall see, right? Thanks for watching us, guys. This is Heartless, and I gotta go. I'm out of here. Peace. Where is where is the OBS? Oh, there you go.